So Brandon, how's spring going for you so far? What jumps out?
Spring's going pretty good for us so far. As a team, I just like how we're coming together with all the new guys, all the transfers we have coming, how we're all coming together so quickly. That's what's standing out to me so far by the second week.
Has anybody caught your eye from that group of newcomers? Anybody who you think could have an impact right away?
Specifically in the D-line room, I'd say Damien. He plays DN behind the Cyrus. Well, for right now, he plays DN behind the Cyrus. All the new guys, I like to say, they come in with a great mindset to get things done behind them because they know they have to be sharp in order to come in behind the next guy to do their job. So I think he's developing very well.
Coach Traylor was just telling us it's a little bit of a process to come back after spring break and get back up to full speed again. How did you see the team kind of approach that challenge today?
I honestly think, coming off of spring break, we could have been a little bit more up tempo, but it wasn't like we were just trash. That's what I'm saying. But like our standard, the standard we hold ourselves to, that's what we want to be at every day. So just living up to that, we'll be right by the next practice.
When you have those young guys behind you and behind other players, how does it push you guys to be your best because you know who's behind?
Oh man, when I look at the guys behind me, that just makes me want to stay sharp. Like in everything and everywhere I could, just to keep where I'm at, or like I have to stay sharp to show them to put on a good example so they know what to follow.
Yeah, you guys lost Tremaine and BMAT from that room, but it seems like there's still a ton of talent in there. How do you just sort of size up the room overall?
Losing them two guys was very big, but we pride our defense on being very deep in the D-line. So, like I said, I hate to lose them two guys because they were really good for us. But the guys stepping up behind them, they can do the job, and they will do the job.
How do you look back on your season last year individually? What stands out?
Individually, y'all know I say this every time, I'm not too big on the individual stats. I just come in to do my job and make plays within doing my job. So however that comes out, that's how I play itself. I feel like whenever I take care of my job and do what I need to do for the guys behind me, I end up getting what I'll be where I'm supposed to be after doing my job.
You saw some of your guys doing pro day yesterday. How does that motivate you in the future to be one of those guys that's at the pro day next time?
Motivate me like hell. I'm just trying to keep grinding to get to that moment, preparing for that day. But as right now, I'm just trying to stay in the moment and get right with my guys for this next upcoming season.
It seemed like you were really kind of locked in on some of the different drills they were doing, just sort of seeing what that process is like and how it works. What did you learn yesterday?
I really just learned that drills that they're doing, it's really just D-line drills that we do in practice every day. It's just more intense, I could say, since it's all eyes on you. But like all the drills that we do is D-line work that I've seen before, and I can adjust to depending on whatever coach is doing the pro day.
Are there things that you have to do to be ready to get to that level, like areas of your game you have to develop or things that you're working on?
Really just being myself and just being consistent in my work for real, and just perfecting my craft and doing what I do best. And my film will showcase that and showcase that on the drills too.
Do you spend a lot of time thinking about the NFL and kind of what lies ahead? Is that on your mind a lot?
I wouldn't say it's on my mind just a lot. I try to be in the moment, but it is something that I look forward to, like very, very much. Like, yeah, it's something that I want to be in.
You're in kind of an interesting position. You're the only one of the guys who wore a 2-1-0 jersey last year who's going to suit up for week 1, it seems like. Does that kind of put you in a special spot, or how do you view that responsibility?
It kind of puts me in a different spot just because I'm the only one that's still in the 2-1-0 that's coming back, because I feel like the guys is looking at me, as a leader, they're looking at me just to see where I'm coming from and to follow behind me what I'm going to do.
Yeah, I think you've always been known as more of a quiet leader. Do you take on sort of more of a vocal style now, or how is that for you?
A little bit more vocal, but I don't have to say much. When I speak, they'll listen. Like, I catch attention like that, so they know if I have to say something, it's easier to catch on and just listen to me since I don't talk as much. But like, it's easy for them to just follow behind me and as an example, because that's just what I do. The speaking part of it, it'll come just for all my life being a leader. I've been like, I guess, a quiet leader from day one, from where I started football until now. Like, I just always had a following of people that could follow behind me without me having a big voice.
Why do you think that is?
Just the way I work, my work ethic, how technical I am within my play, how much I pay attention, and how I am like studious of the game, and I'm very coachable, stuff like that.
Without guys like Frank and Rashad and whatnot, do you take is that more pressure on you to even be a little bit more vocal, or?
Just a little bit, because I know how those guys work, but I feel like I could take on a challenge like that just because the where I'm stepping in, like the position I'm stepping in, being the guy that's the only guy that's left from 2-1 that's been selected, that's coming back. I feel like I do well. Them guys are very good vocal leaders. I just have to be me at the end of the day.
We haven't talked to you since the end of last season. What was it like going back to Tulane and kind of revisiting your old stadium there?
Honestly, it was a great feeling. We didn't get to come out. We didn't come out with the win like we wanted to, but it was a great experience. A lot of things to learn from in that game. Just need to tune up and be ready for this year.
Were there any kind of extra emotions or kind of certain moments that stood out, kind of being somewhere you'd spent a year?
Well, since we talked before, I was only there like a semester, so a couple months. I wouldn't really say it was too much emotion and stuff like that. I was just, at the end of the day, I was just there to play our brand of football, and do it under the coach that I love most.
Okay, appreciate it.
Thank you, Brandon. Appreciate your time.